Every day we communicate. Communication happens through conversations, posters, or glances across a room. In fact, most communication occurs without much effort on our parts, or even opening our mouths. In Module 1, we will take a look at the big picture of communication and examine its basic elements. Communication starts with an idea. To be able to communicate, we must have an idea, a notion, something we want to express, information to share, etc. Our past experiences, values, attitudes, knowledge, culture, feelings, all influence our ideas and the way that we interpret the ideas of others. These influences are our unique perceptions or the way we view things around us. Before ideas can be transmitted to another person or group, we must encode these ideas. Think back to your history classes or football. What does a group at war or a team do when they don't want the other side or team to understand? They place that information or team play into code. In other words, they encode the idea. Now that the idea is encoded, it's ready to be transmitted or sent to another person or group. The encoded idea is called the message. The message is sent to a receiver. This is just like in a football game. The receiver is to catch the football. A telephone has a receiver in which you are able to hear the person on the other end of the line. The receiver must then interpret the message by filtering the new information through their past experiences, culture, attitudes, values, knowledge, and feelings. This interpretation is called decoding the message. The sender needs to make sure that the receiver understood the message. Therefore, it is the receiver's job to convey a message back. The receiver's reply to the sender is called feedback. The feedback allows the sender to ensure that the original message was interpreted correctly by the receiver. Once the cycle has gone full circle, it will repeat itself for as long as the conversation continues. We could even say that the sender and receiver change roles throughout the process, depending on who is sending the message and who is responding to feedback. Now that we understand the general idea about how the cycle works, let's look at a few other pieces of the communication process. The messages that are transmitted between senders and receivers are sent through channels. The channel essentially determines how the message will be sent. For example, if I wanted to tell someone hello, I could wave say hello or text hi to someone with my cell phone. The messages will be the same, however, the manner in which I chose to send it varies. Think about the decisions that you have to make if you want to give someone a present. Will you give it to them yourself, mail it through the post office, or ask a friend to deliver it for you? Messages can be sent through many channels. For example, speaking face-to-face, instant messaging, writing letters, making facial expressions, or even watching television. Another important piece of the communication process is the context in which a communication takes place. The context includes everything from the emotions of the communicators, the reasons for the communication taking place, and where the actual communication takes place. So far, we have looked at the communication process and how it works in ideal situations. However, sometimes the process is interrupted. Something that interrupts, distorts, blocks, or interferes with the process is referred to as a communication barrier. Loud noises, bad phone connections, language, attitude about the topic or speaker, the temperature, and a broken hearing aid are all examples of the communication barriers.